Hello everybody, today I've got some very interesting old school memorabilia for you. This is not a card, but it is definitely card related and 93-94 Magic related as well. So just by looking at it, can you guess who this is? What kind of creature this is? I think it's easy to see that this is the Earth Elemental, and this is one of the figures of the series from Heartbreaker. They were released in 1994, and there were several dozens of them made, and this is one of them, as you can see. The creatures mainly were included in this series. There were, for instance, Black Knight, there was Semite Healer and some other creatures from Alpha, but there were also non-creature cards. There was, for example, Library of Lang, there was Guardian Angel and such. And they also released, I think, a handful of figurines based on the Dark. But the interesting thing is these are not extremely popular anyway. Here it says $1, and as you can imagine, this is not the price that I paid 25 years after. And let's just try to see what is under this barcode. I actually found this in Russia, which is quite surprising because it obviously is the item from that era. No, I'm not going to touch that, but you know, it was pretty cheap for this kind of memorabilia. I guess it fits into the same category as, let's say, oversized 6x9 cards, because they're not playable, they're not really proper Magic cards, and even though people might be eager to collect them, it's still not something that is highly sought after. And you know, let's just try to open it and see what it is. So comes with this. So here is the guy himself. Okay, yeah, I think this is quite authentic, right? The interesting thing, this is really heavy. You know, this is really heavy. I don't know what metal this is. Probably made of pewter. I'm not entirely sure that you can actually do a painting job on this one, because what I would really like to have is a set of figurines of Magic miniatures for painting, because I do a little bit of miniature painting. That would be really nice, but I'm not entirely sure that colors would stick to this guy well. And besides, what is there to color actually? You can just do a little bit of shading and highlighting, but that's pretty much it. As you remember, it's just one color. It's a little bit dusty, this kind of yellowish shade of beige, if we can say so. So yeah, here's the guy. I guess you can play him if you manage to summon Earth Elemental. You can just put it on the card itself. And when I was actually ordering this card, not this card, this miniature, I mean, when I was ordering this miniature, in the catalog it said Library of Lang, but, well, they ran out of Library of Lang, but instead it was Earth Elemental. Again, I guess this is not the item that they get asked for every day, so this is the guy. Again, I wish they made more of these, because as I know, they currently only make Funko Pop figurines and, you know, these superhero kind of miniatures, not really miniatures, but action figures, I don't know. But this is something I really appreciate, so it will be in my collection. I don't actually have an Earth Elemental card, which is a bit of a shame, because I just realized that I should get one, definitely. I really went after some very obscure cards, but I missed some of the obvious cards from Revised, for example, and the earlier expansions and editions. So here it is, Earth Elemental Heartbreaker miniature. You can look it up on the internet, just look at the pictures of different miniatures. This is certainly not the most interesting one of them, but I guess it feels pretty authentic, because if you look at some other ones, sometimes you can't even guess right from the start what figure is trying to represent, but this one is fairly authentic. So here it is. Thank you for watching. I don't think that I will be acquiring any more of these, but it is fun. I will actually try to do a paint job on him, and if I manage to do it right, I will let you know, and maybe post the video containing him as well. Thank you for watching again, and bye, see you soon.